Although it's kind of hard to show actual case studies, the API is firing when certain things happen, right? So you can't really like show when an estimate is sent and then show when they reply to the estimate and then when they take the job, because there's like days and weeks in between all of this stuff. But I do want to kind of go over some examples. So here you have 21 touch points. This is an HVAC company. You can see that somebody filled out an ad and they got an email letting them know we got their stuff. They got a text. They got 2 calls. There's nothing, no reply, even though they filled out the ad, and then a follow-up text, and then another follow-up text, and then another follow-up text, and then a call, and then a voicemail, and then another follow-up text, and then another follow-up text, and then a call. This started September, and all of the follow-ups are going all the way till September 21st, 22nd. And then finally we get a reply here that says, sorry, don't need service anymore. Perfect, thank you. The message goes out. And then you can see the next month, the annual nurture funnel triggers, just to see if they need any help or anything like that. Then an email also goes out, 3-month check-in. And then you can see a follow-up text goes out, and then another email. And then finally, we get a reply that says, do you replace an AC unit? And this turns into a $24,000 install. So you can say this happened in less than 60 days, and it was 21 touch points. Here's like what it looks like for an email. It moves to the nurture funnel, and then somebody replies via email, right? Hey, I have a plumbing leak. I need an estimate to repair. My home is blah, blah, blah. You can see the AI replies here. It goes back and forth until the appointment is actually created. No person was involved here until the call was ran. And then the estimate, because this is a plumbing company, I mean, the estimate was generated like right there in the spot. And this was an estimate follow-up by text, and then an email estimate follow-up. You can see the estimate follow-up goes out, and then you've got a pending work order here. The follow-up goes out for that. So everything is totally automated. An email that turned into a job approved. Here we got a text AI. This message went out to promote their VIP membership, and then a text went out, and then a reminder text went out, and then we get a yes from them. And then you see here that we've got the AI that pops in. They want a furnace tune-up. It's going back and forth through text, and then the AI agent books into Service Titan, and the appointment is then confirmed. Here's another example here. You've got Trust One. Somebody needs a HVAC replacement. The AI kicks in. You can see it's gathering all the information. You can see here that October 17th at 11 a.m. is requested. The tentative appointment. This was actually sent to the bookings tab in Service Titan, and then they confirmed it manually. That's the way they wanted to do it. You got here a new lead comes in. You got a voicemail that goes out right away. Then you got a text that goes out right away. Then you got an email that goes out right away. They reply, good morning. I'm looking for a quote for both a roof and possible siding. Okay, and then you have the AI that is chit-chatting back and forth with them. And then they do schedule an appointment. You can see here they asked for Thursday, March 20th. You can see here the appointment is created Thursday, March 20th at 10 a.m. They asked for 10 a.m. You can see it automatically created it for 10 a.m. And then this is actually an API to Market Sharp. Then they get notified about their appointment. Here you got a handyman business, SMS campaign goes out, and then you got an email that goes out. They move to the nurture. So while they're in the nurture, they reply, right? And then you have this text thread that the AI is handling. And this is an API over to Jobber. You can see here, even after the estimate has been requested, they're still talking and the AI is still talking. So it's still following up with them. Here we got new lead automation with the AI and the API. So you got lead comes in, voicemail goes out, text goes out, email goes out, all automated. Then they reply. Then you can see here, this is all the chat AI. They request an appointment. The appointment's created, sends it to Market Sharp. This is the same company, I think, that we were talking about in the last one. You got a new lead that comes in, then a text that goes out, an email that goes out, follow-up text that goes out, follow-up email that goes out, follow-up text that goes out, follow-up text that goes out again, follow-up text that goes out again, follow-up email that goes out again. And then you can see they finally reply, I just bought a home and would like to know how the roof is holding up. It's a 2006 home with the original roof. And then you can see the AI takes over. It looks like it's chatting through email and text message. The appointment is created, the appointment scheduled after 3 weeks of follow-up. And that's a great example of how this works. Also, you can automate your bios, right? So let's say after an appointment is created, this goes out via text through email, and you can see here after a job is done. Hey, John, it's American Rooter and Drain, HVAC Plumbing. We really appreciate your business. How was your service? If you had to rate us 1 through 5, 5 being the best, what would it be? And then a voicemail goes out, and you can hear this. Check this out.
Hi, this is Faith with American Rooter and Drain. Thanks for trusting us with your recent service. If you have 30 seconds, we'd be so grateful if you could leave us an honest review. It really helps our team by letting other customers know that we do a great job. If you need the link, just text me back. I'll send it right over. We sincerely appreciate you supporting our local roots. Thank you.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's a great message, right? And then you can see here, the person says, the service was great. The noise problem was inside the wall when we flushed the toilet. I don't know the solution unless we spend more money. Thanks, John Hughes. The lead replied with the review, so they kind of ignored the link that was sent out to them, and just sometimes people do that. You can see here in Quality Roofing, there's a pipeline change because I think they're using, maybe it's AccuLynx, I'm not sure. So you can see something goes from job in progress to job complete. And then you can see that this is immediately triggered. Hey, Linda, this is Greg with Quality Roofing Solutions. We hope you're satisfied with our work. It was a pleasure to service your home. If you have a moment to leave us a review, it'd be highly appreciated. And then you can see here, they left the review again through text, which is kind of annoying, but it did do the job. Let's look for one where somebody actually leaves the review in the right place, because sometimes people just don't really get it. So same thing, job is marked as 1. The review funnel immediately triggers. Sure, just left it. One more question, I haven't paid for the services, will you guys bill me? Do I need blah, blah, blah? And you can see here is the review that they left. There's a lot more to it, but just wanted to show you a little bit about how all of the automations follow up in different areas of the customer journey works. Hope that was helpful. I will make another video soon. I will see you later.